Howdy folks, Justin here. Welcome to Season 4, Elder Scrolls Legend. I got out my coffee. It's going to be a long day because the ladder is back open, and we are playing in a brand new deck. We actually have a couple decks in store. I'm going to start off today by trying out this monk build I've been working on. This is not a finished list by any means, just like last season where we have continued to evolve the sorcerer deck as time went on. We are going to do the same thing with a monk this season, but this is where we're starting off. Hope everyone got their mechanical allies and are enjoying those. I will be playing a Dwemer deck here very soon. Thanks to everybody who's submitted questions so far for our 1,500 subscriber celebration. You can continue submitting those questions. Post them in the comments of the From Loser to Legend episode 4 section until midnight tonight, Mountain Time, United States. Okay, first match of the season against Evan Carr Presto. My old job. Then against Archer. Seems like a pretty good hand against Archer. Bunch of early, 3 guard creatures, 4 guard creatures. I think this is what we want to be doing. And I think Archer is probably our best matchup. No play from our opponent. We have 5 guard creatures in hand now. You can kind of see what we're trying to accomplish with this deck. Now, if this is the Rothgar Forge version of the deck, we actually don't have an answer in our deck to Rothgar Forge. I've considered running the Vicious Dreg that destroys support cards, but ultimately decided against it. That might be something we rectify in the future. There's Dawnstar Healer, one of the reasons we're playing this deck. We're just going to oppose this with the Hive Defender. You know, he can slam that into that and play a Leaf Lurker, and, that'll be alright, I think. Murkwater Witch of his own, okay. So he had a very reactive hand, which is why he hasn't been playing as much either, and he's got the Rapid Shot. Okay, well we will lay down Varanus Courier and Murkwater Witch next turn, I do believe. Or we could just Leaf Lurker it down. I think I'm going to hold on to my Leaf Lurker. Just keeps me ahead on life in case I draw Golden Saint. Keeps him off of Soul Rest Marshal and Triumphant Jarl. Okay, what do we got? Another Moonlight Werebat. Okay. So, we have a couple options. We can just lay down Dawnstar Healer, gain a little bit of life, or we can double glove the right lane over here with another guard creature. Let's see, if he gains 4 life when he slams into that and goes to 24, I'm sorry, 32. 32. This would put us to 33. I think we want to be at 33, right? So that we can't fall victim to his life total matters cards. So we will go ahead and lay that down. Cliff Racer, okay. Well, looks like we're gonna have trouble staying ahead in life now. Oh, Golden Saint. Is Golden Saint the right play? Golden Saint is of course fantastic. Leaf Lurking that down, though, is very tempting. Hive Defender also looks pretty good. I think we're just going to take our Golden Saint value where we can get it. We're getting to the point, too, where we can play our Manticoras, and I think it's going to be hard for our opponent to come back from that. We are probably passing up the opportunity to use Leaf Lurker at all, since I assume that's the one that gets thrown into that. But he will break one of our runes, at least. Seems pretty good.
I beseech the gods.
Well, Sheogorath is on my side. Soul-Rest Marshal, Soul-Rest Marshal. Very, very balanced.
I bring reinforcements.
Let's heat things up.
And finish off. Okay. Very exciting. Um, so we will lay down Hive Defender, House
They
Kinsman,
cannot
You
hope to
waste my
outwit
and
me.
Go Face.
I'll kill you while you stand.
Another Leaf Lurker's pretty
Let's
good.
heat things up.
Goblin Pyromancer into his own Leaf Lurker. Another finish off. Okay. Alright, there's
The
Tazcad
Night Mother will guide
and
us.
Ungolem. A little late to the party. So we're ahead on resources, behind on board, although we're going to clean up a lot of this turn. And then subsequent turns when we play our Manticoras, I think will be pretty good. A Nasi, fantastic if our opponent, lands creatures with Drain, with Charge, with Lethal and Guard. Let's just clean up like this, though.
The forest is my clan. All too simple.
It's really tempting to go face, but I think we're going to win through
Don't
attrition here,
mess with
so
me.
I'm just going to trade off into that guy. Unless these cards are Triumphant Jarl, we have stabilized pretty well. And of course, he top decks the Triumphant Jarl. Probably have to Manticora that down.
I'll kill you while you stand.
Okay. It's a little frustrating. Rapid shot in to finish off. Okay, there's only one play this turn, and that is Manticora into this. Trade into that. Now, if he has a Tazcad of his own, there's a second Triumphant Jarl. So we've seen 2 Triumphant Jarls and 2 Soul Rest Marshals from our opponent. Always a pleasure. Murkwater Witch in to finish off. Okay, all 3 finish offs too. Well, hello there. We're actually going to play this here.
I lurk in the shadows.
And he has an Ungolem token already. This makes sense. This is how you should probably expect your season to start. Now what happens if I Manticora this down and swing into that? We haven't seen any Leaf Lurkers. I could Anasi. That seems pretty good. What if I Anasi here?
Anasi finds it useful to use her
Hive
enemy's
Defender
spell
here.
against them.
Alright, that seems pretty good. Anasi's great. In my testing so far, I did some testing. I started off in versus the AI, and then I moved into practice mode, casual, against other players. And in other players, Anasi shines in every matchup except the one against the Wards deck, where it is a huge liability. That's something to keep in mind if you plan on checking that card out in the future. It turns out that you don't want to remove those wards very much. So next turn we do have access to Tazcad plus Territorial Viper.
We
Okay, so there's the first and the third Soul Rest Marshal.
I bring reinforcements.
They cannot hope to outwit
Okay.
me.
Dawnbreaker, not really what we want to be doing yet. So, I think we just Manticora. Next turn, I mean, gosh, that's going to get us closer to death, but he doesn't have too many more of these Life Matters cards. We're only super concerned now about his own Tazcad. Here we go. Alright. So we're playing against a pretty stock archer list.
All too simple. They cannot hope to
Okay,
outwit
that's
me.
not great for us. Alright, obviously we're not swinging. We're going to unfortunately break a rune doing this. But them's the breaks. Okay, Kvatch Soldier. Oh, we did not break a rune. That was my bad. I did not consider how that math was going to work. We are going to go to Dead to Tazcad, though. So, let's see what happens. There's the Cliff Racer. They're the House Kinsman. We go to
The
2.
forest will not suffer your
Earthbone
presence.
Spinner. Okay. Alright, not dead. Not dead yet.
There's a plan. There's always a
Awaiting
plan.
orders. Awaiting orders.
Okay.
They cannot hope to outwit
Alright,
me.
we're up to 5. Now we need
If I
a
fall,
Dawnstar healer.
The day is mine.
Manticora. I will take a Manticora and then I will pass because we are not dead to Tazcad then. And our plan then is going to be to kill our opponent in one turn. We currently have 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 on board. With Dawnbreaker, we should be able to do it. Murkwater Witch. Okay, so we're not in the clear yet. Another Bruma Profiteer. We will play the Bruma Profiteer
There's always a plan.
and play the Leaf Lurker for that life gain. Pass the turn one more time with the intention of killing our opponent next turn.
I lurk in the shadows.
Brotherhood Assassin,
Waiting. What have we here?
Thieves Guild Recruit. Pretty good turn from our opponent. So we're all in now on this turn, I believe. You have a guard creature to follow it up
They
with
make it too
during cut burst.
easy.
Okay. And we have Piercing Javelin. Piercing Javelin on our House Kinsman, always a possibility. Let's do this. Prophecy.
If I fall,
Fighters Guild Recruit.
reclaim me.
Okay. We're gonna
You
keep
will foil
swinging.
my plan.
Another prophecy.
My arrows shall fly true.
Okay, we need to hit our opponent for 12, which we can still do. That puts him to 9. And that would be for 8, so that wouldn't be quite enough. Let's just keep
You
swinging.
will foil my plan.
Okay. Let's put him
All
to
too
6.
simple.
And bam. Monk control.
The egg of fire.
Monk life gain control. Against what I believe people were claiming is the best deck in the game right now. That's the Archer deck. That's the first game of the season. I think that's a great way to start things off, right? Cool. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on the ladder, hopefully, in the next few days. I'm really excited and invigorated to be playing something new, and I hope you give Monk a look. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities in this deck, especially, I think, in the meta we have right now, that, yeah, I think it's worth a look. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.